So the Dancer, and of course winners of this trophy don't just win one trophy but three: the Durand Cup, the Shimla Trophy and the President's Cup. So a real chance to boost your silverware collection. 16 Durand Cups already reside in Mohunbagan Supergiants trophy cabinet. Just the one in Goa, of course, having won this competition back in 2001. They won 5 of their 6 matches, drew with Bengaluru and needed penalties to beat them in the semis before seeing off Mohammedan by a goal to nil. Edu Badia scored the only goal in that one, and it's announced yesterday that he will be coming back to India for the forthcoming season. But we've got Club Kerala in the Hero I-League. So big for once again looking to stifle a little bit of pressure from 18K, from Mohunbagan Supergiant rather. But that is given away for a throw. The Dancer just losing out. This Tapper. Now Anwar Ali.
We haven't seen much of Sahal on the ball so far. Tapper gets on the ball and gets fouled on by Victor.
Just a clip of the ankles from Victor Rodriguez. No real need to do that. Tapper was going back towards his own goal. Noah was there as well. He knows he's perhaps just dived in a little.
Just a bit of frustration from Victor. FC Goa might have enjoyed more possession in the game so far, but haven't really tested Vishal in goal. And just one shot on target from Mohunbagan Supergiant that forced Dheeraj to pull a save. That shot came off Dimitri. Ashish Rai just unable to keep the ball in play.
Was part of that very strong defensive unit in Hyderabad. Of course, that's now been broken up with Akash Mishra moving on to Mumbai for the current season. Ashish Rai about to start his 2nd season with Mohunbagan Supergiant. That's away by a day. Noah. Houston was right behind him. Now Tapper. Cummings. Tapper once again looking to switch it to Ashish Rai. It was a bit high for him to get some control, but still manages to guide it back to Dimi Petratos. Away cheaply. Can't do that with Noah Sadoy about. Can he capitalise on it? Sadoy gets the shot in! Yes, he can. It's a rare error from Hugo Bumus, but it's been capitalised by Noah Sadoy, who moves on to 6 goals in this tournament, level for the Golden Boot. But you cannot give the ball away in that situation because you will be punished. And Goa, on the break, have taken the lead midway through the first half. They lead Mohunbagan Supergiant by a goal to nil.
We talked about the threat Noah Sadoy possesses. We talked about the quality that he possesses to shoot and to score from anywhere around that penalty area, and that's exactly what he does. Great interception, huge mistake by Bumo. Just casually gives it away to Noah, and Noah makes no mistakes and hits it on target. No way Vishal to get any hand on it. Great finishing by Noah to put FC Goa in front against Mohunbagan Supergiant in this semi-final.
Couldn't have placed that any better into the corner. Noah Sadoy, 9 goals last season for FC Goa, and he's got 6 in this competition already, and he may not be finished yet. David from Mohammedan is the joint top scorer now with Noah Sadoy. Now here come Goa once again. Great start in the game. But Hugo Bumes, a rare unforced error from him. Radio. It's it back from McHugh. Nice triangles from FC Goa. Durand. Victor rather. Dancer out on the far touchline. Seratin. Victor was caught there. by Durand, and that's going to be a yellow card. Now those two had a little coming together a moment or so ago with Victor fouling Tapper, but Tapper's got in too heavily and earned himself a yellow card from referee Ashwin. And the first yellow card, and a little bit of early frustration maybe for Mohunbagan Supergiant.
You can feel that frustration building for Mohunbagan Supergiant. FC Goa just easily playing amongst themselves, keeping the possession after taking that lead. Just on-time challenge from Thapa on Victor Rodriguez earns him first yellow card of this match.
Did sign a new long-term deal at Chennai last season, but was tempted away by a big fee for Mohunbagan Supergiant for the coming season. Durand, he's been at Chennai all his career, was a Hero ISL winner with them and a runner-up as well. Those Mohunbagan Supergiant fans with a few shakes of the head around, they can't quite believe that after the start they've made, they found themselves trailing by a goal to nil. I know there are a few big screenings showing the game down in Goa, so good evening to you if you're watching. I'm sure you're very happy at the moment to see your side take the lead. Long way to go though in this match before that final place can be celebrated by either of these two teams tonight.
Subhashish Bose just communicating that to his teammates. Still a long way to go for this match. We've seen this team come back from a deficit in the past, and with the talent that they possess, the strength that this team has, they certainly are capable of turning things around.
It's only the third goal Mohunbagan Supergiants have conceded in this competition this season. Is Noah. Jay Gupta goes on the overlap. Noah checking back inside. Brandon. The day. Seriton.
Some sense of eagerness from Mohunbagan Supergiant to come out and press hard. It's allowing a lot of time to this FC Goa side to keep the possession, rotate the ball, and they've been doing really well. Play through those tight situations.
Offside flag up against Brandon. Subhashish.
Thapa and Sahal need to get more into the game and see more of the ball. Haven't really seen Sahal on the ball much. Hasn't been involved in a lot of creative plays so far for Mohunbagan Supergiant.
Bumus. Cummings. Tracked back well by Jingan though, and Brandon will play it forward to Victor Rodriguez. Rainier.
Lots of
Midfielders.
space.
Yeah, I say Victor and Rainier have been much more impactful than the two Mohunbagan midfielders at the moment. Bumus plays out wide towards Ashi. Seriton sliding the ball away for a throw. Good defending again by FC Goa. Tapper. Chase on for Anwar Ali, but that's overhit by Durand Tapper, who's not quite finding his range as yet. And that's given the ball away cheaply once again to Goa.
It is a big occasion for these players, new players coming in, likes of Durand Thapa, Sahal. A lot of expectation and responsibility, carrying the reputation of the club, an expectation of the fans and the crowd. Never easy, but that's something that as professional players you develop, you understand. That is going to be a challenge for them tonight.
Noah just allowed the ball to run across. He managed to bring it back under control. Brandon. Noah coming out wide as well. There's no one in the area for Goa at the moment, happy to try and build from deep. McHugh, Victor. Stabbed out to Jay Gupta. So Hal makes the challenge, but Goa still have the ball. McHugh. Lovely one-touch passing in. Little triangles again from Goa. Victor Rodriguez. Now they'll press into the chest of Anirudh Thapa, who will try and get Mohunbagan Supergiant running forward, but Sandesh Jingan ready well, getting across in front of Jason Cummings. A day. Carl McHugh already has looked comfortable in his new surroundings. Only his second game, of course. Scored half an hour into his debut in the semi-final against Chennai. 23rd minute, Noah's goal here is what separates the difference in this semi-final. Rainier. Now Brandon. Rainier once again, Noah on a clever, intelligent run. He's just too far ahead though. Mitchell Cave is able to gather, but once again, brilliant vision, brilliant movement by Noah Sadoy.
Great awareness from Rainier to find Noah on his run. Great anticipation from Noah as well, always expecting and always making those runs. Even when he doesn't get those balls, he's always dragging the defenders away. And that is why he creates such a big threat for any team.
Well, Jay Gupta there has given an unnecessary free kick away. He was shoulder to shoulder with Jason Cummings. He's opted to almost fend the man off with his arm rather than try and play the ball, and then wonders why he was penalised for that.
An unnecessary foul given away. A body charge without the ball. Really no need for that. Giving away foul in the danger area. Almost like a corner.
I love watching footballers' reactions sometimes when they clearly had a free kick given against him. He was booked after coming off the bench against Chennai in the last match. Jay Gupta. The Tratos will just have to wait for a moment. There's pushing and shoving in the penalty area. The Mariners fans trying to get behind their team. The Tratos with the delivery. Jingan flicks away from danger. There were bodies flying in behind him. Another good touch away by Sandesh Jingan, who moved from Bengaluru, of course, in the close season.
An extremely important touch from Sandesh Jingan. You could see Dheeraj come out. Wasn't sure if he's going to go for the ball, and that is why Jingan's touch was extremely important. And that's something that Mohunbagan Supergiant would want to take advantage of. Seems like a yellow card has been shown. Not sure what for.
Well, Carl McHugh's got a yellow. I think someone else got a yellow before that because the referee certainly had yellow card in hand. I'm not too sure why the yellow card has been given. Maybe Jingan was booked earlier on. Oh, it's Hector Yuste that's been booked for the high challenge, the high arm there on Carl McHugh. Here comes the ball again. Jingan heads away. Brandon misses. Petratos. Deflected. Did it deflect? No, it didn't. It's a goal kick. Thought that had come off Carl McHugh, but his presence was enough to make sure Petratos couldn't hit the target. So that Mohunbagan Supergiant, little spell of pressure comes to nothing.
Again, an important defensive header from Jingan. Falls for Dimitri, but couldn't connect it probably to keep it on target.
Water break then at the end of the first half. It is very hot and humid here in Kolkata. It was raining heavily earlier on today. But those home supporters who've come here in numbers again, hoping to see their side make it through so they can experience another Kolkata derby in 3 days' time. Final will be shown live on Sony 10.2 and Sony Live, don't forget. Massive occasion, whatever happens. But this is the goal. Mistake by Boomers, but you cannot give Noah Sadoy the ball in that position.
Great anticipation and interception by Noah Sadoy. A big mistake, a costly mistake by Boomers, but Noah Sadoy makes no mistake and finishes at the bottom corner. No chance for Vishal to get any hand on it. Through the legs of the defender. Gives FC Goa the lead in the semi-final.
His 6th goal of this 132nd Durand Cup for Noah Sadoy, and who holds a joint Moroccan and US passport, having moved to the States when he was 11.
He's been extremely influential for FC Goa throughout this campaign. Today he's being played up front, usually operates on the left flank, but equally lethal in any position. And he's combined well with the other attackers in Brandon, Victor and Udanta. A good understanding between him and Udanta on the flank. And they've looked comfortable tonight, FC Goa. Mohunbagan have been sitting deep, haven't really seen the intensity from them. We've not seen a high press from Mohunbagan Supergiant. And I haven't really seen the flair with which they played against Northeast United in the quarter-final match. Apologies, Mumbai City FC in the quarter-final.
Amarali starting out his new career. We saw Rainier a few moments ago, another former Mohunbagan player, of course, playing for Goa after a spell at Mumbai. That's forward by Subhashish Bose. Jay Gupta's header. Noah working hard to try and win that ball back. Bumus. Like Noah, you know that Bumus has always got that little bit of trickery, that little bit of explosiveness in his locker. It's off by Sahal. Now Anirudh and Morelli. Ashish Rai getting forward here. Now Kenny Puri had some quality. He's forced to check back with Brandon in front of him. Nice little give and go with Sahal. Takes the deflection. He took the sting out of the ball off Jay Gupta, and Dheeraj is able to gather, and once again another Mohunbagan Supergiant move comes to nothing.
Really good defending once again. Brandon putting the initial press, and then Jay Gupta closing him down. Good understanding between the players. Good move from Mohunbagan, but well defended from FC Goa.
Bit of space here for Brandon. Right the way across, Victor's in the middle. There's a big claim for handball. It's still not properly cleared, and Danta tried to guide it across. Victor Rodriguez is convinced there was a handball on the goal line there as he tried to bundle that one over the line. Nothing given. And here come Mohunbagan Supergiant. End-to-end stuff in this semi-final. Outside for Ashish Rai. Good covering though from Noah Sadoy, back on defensive duty. But maybe a moment of controversy. We'll get to look at that in a moment, because Mohunbagan is still on the attack with Ashik. Here he is again, Ashik. Little drop of the shoulder, hacked down by Jay Gupta, right on the edge of the area. And has he given a penalty? Yes, he has given a penalty. The assistant on this near side said he was inside the area. The referee initially gave a free kick. And Goa absolutely furious. Well, incidents at both ends. But it has been given as a penalty after an initial free kick. What drama.
No lack of drama here in the semi-final clash. It did look like the foul was done outside the penalty area. Be interesting to see the final decision of the referee. Jay Gupta with that tackle. Close call against Ashik Kurunian. Lovely give and go there between the two players. Forced Jay Gupta to stop Kurunian. It looks like a penalty has been given against FC Goa.
Jason Cummins has the ball, usually so reliable from the spot. 7 of his goals last season the Central Coast Mariners came from the spot. But Victor Rodriguez is still convinced he should have had a penalty at the other end. That was the big talking point as well. Goa clearly not happy with that decision. Tratos is also lethal from the spot. Now we may see better from here.
It's a close call, but great give and go, great understanding between Kurunian and Sahal. But a little irresponsible from Jay Gupta. There's no need for him to go for that kind of tackle. It's always risky around the penalty area. And now it's given Mohunbagan Super Giant a chance to make a comeback and be back on level terms in this semi-final clash.
Neeraj has faced 22 penalties in the Hero ISL. He's only managed to save 3 of them. Is this his moment to step up against the usually reliable Jason Cummings from the spot? Talking points at both ends in this semi-final. 4 minutes to go to half-time. Cummings has already scored once this season from a penalty to put his side in front against Mumbai. This to try and get them level against Goa. Sends the keeper the wrong way, and Mohunbagan Super Giants are back on level terms. Controversy after the award of the penalty, but all we'll see on the score now is that it's 1-1. Cummings once again from the spot. It's 1-1.
Great joy for these supporters. Mohunbagan Super Giant back on level terms in this semi-final clash. Cummings makes no mistakes, sends Durand the wrong way and slots it in the bottom corner. Here the crowd, the supporters getting behind this team and really giving them that confidence to go on and make their place in the finals. This final few minutes of the first half has been full of excitement, lots of controversial points as well. It did look like there was a chance for a penalty to be given against Mohunbagan Super Giant for a handball.
Now hopefully we get to have a quick look at that, because Victor Rodriguez, who was right on the spot, was clearly incensed that he didn't win a penalty at the other end just prior to the one that was given. So it was initially given as a free kick by the referee. But it is 1-1, approaching half-time in this second semi-final in the 132nd Indian Oil Durand Cup. Army East Bengal await in the final on Sunday. Seriton with a throw. It's a short one given away to Sahal. Laid off by Bumus. Sahal goes wide once again. Ade comes across and takes no chances. Clears that one away, but there's a spring in the step of Mohunbagan Super Giant now, having got an equaliser.
And you can also see the crowd really getting behind this team. That equaliser would definitely boost the confidence of this team just before the half-time whistle.
Subashish. By Bumus, Sahal. Tratos just inside him. Good turn by Sahal. Ashik. Tratos. Now Subashish. Takes a couple of touches, manages to get that one long. It'll find its way through to Ashish Rai. Jacob is there again with a challenge. Just did enough. Anwar Ali trying to keep the momentum going here at the end of the first half. On by Boomers, given away though. Brandon, now Carl McHugh. Victor.
Noah Sadui just dropping in it a little bit. Trying to get onto the ball.
Rainier out wide to Brandon. Trying to outfox Ashish Rai. Noah waits in the middle. Rainier's ball across, but that's looped high. Poor ball from Rainier. 5 minutes to be added at the end of the first half.
You could see that Rana was trying to find Noah, but couldn't deliver the ball towards him. Could have done better to just keep the ball, keep the pressure on Mohunbagan Supergiant, because they have sort of found their foot into the game ever since they've got that equalizer. They also have the crowd support behind them, and FC Goa needs to do that extra bit of work tonight against this heavyweight.
Allowed to run by Petratos. Ashish Rai. Jacob to misses his kick. Ashish Rai continues. Sandesh Jingan gets a foot into to guide him for the corner.
I think he does well to get a goal kick, Sandesh Jingan. Ashish Rai had the last touch on the ball.
Just flicked off Ashish Rai. Did look like a corner. There's no complaints from Ashish Rai. No extra time, don't forget. If it is level at 90 minutes, we would go straight to a penalty shootout. We saw the semi-final the other day go to penalties after North East had got into a 2-0 lead, but Imami East Bengal battle back and the 97th minute equaliser in that one to take it to penalties, and then the man who scored that equaliser, Nanda Kumar, scored the winning penalty to break North East hearts. But positive for them ahead of the new season under their new coach, the Highlanders. Ashik overhits the cross. Petratos will try and keep it in play, and does just keep it in play. Now running at Jay Gupta. Port arriving from Anirudh Thapa. Petratos. Back to Anwar Ali. Humus. Still time for Mohunbagan Supergiant to mount another attack. We're running it. It gives away the free kick. So the pressure's still on. FC Goa here.
Carl McHugh doing extremely well, defending against his former side, but ultimately gives away a foul in the dangerous area. Sahal and Ashik Karunian again combining really well on that left flank. Puts in the ball in the danger area, but there was McHugh get the ball clear. Again a big test for Dheeraj just before the half-time whistle.
Petratos knows how to strike a free kick from this sort of distance. Well, the cue was booked earlier in the first half. Tapper and Hector Eustace also into the book for Mohunbagan Supergiant. Noah Sadoi's been booked for something that he said to the referee, so unnecessary yellows really being gathered by both teams in this one. 4 in the wall for Goa. Here comes Petratos, up and over, and just wide. Warm almost managed to squeeze that one in. Durand was scrabbling across, but just off target from the Australian.
Yeah, don't think he was too far off. Really close there. Couldn't get it up and down in time, but Durand would have been tested had Dimitri managed to keep that on target.
It's been an intriguing first 45 minutes, or first 50 minutes, should I say. And I'm sure there's more drama to come in the second half as Ashwin's whistle brings us to the end of an entertaining first half. There were goals, there was controversy, there were yellow cards, there was a penalty and a potential penalty turned down. But Mohunbagan Supergiant are back into this. Still no one complaining to the assistant referee about something, but Jason Cummings getting another goal from the penalty spot to level things up after Noah Sadoy had put FC Goa in front with his 6th goal of this Indian Oil Durand Cup. But still the protests go on. 1-1 at half-time between FC Goa and Mohunbagan Supergiant. And still the arguments go on. Brandon still complaining, probably about that penalty award. But it's all square at half-time. Well, there's the stats of that first half. 64% possession for FC Goa. It didn't feel like they had that much of the ball, but shots fairly even, just 5 for Mohunbagan Supergiant, 4 for FC Goa.
2 yellow cards each for both the teams. You can already make out how tough this first half has been. Semi-final clash, lot on the line for both the teams.
Well, the prize on offer in this semi-final, a final place against Imami East Bengal on Sunday. Mohunbagan Supergiant, the 16-time winners against FC Goa, who won this competition 2 seasons ago. They were first to show go with a shot from Noah Sadoy. Dimi Petratos forced the first save of the game from Durand, but then it was an error by Bumis, which let in Noah for his 6th goal of the competition.
Noah does extremely well to slot the ball in the bottom corner through the legs of the defender. No chance for Vishal to get any hand on it, which gave FC Goa a must-needed important lead. But then came this error, this mistake by Jay Gupta, where Cummings makes no mistake from the penalty spot and gets Mohunbagan Supergiant back on level terms.
Yeah, the referee originally gave a free kick that was overruled by his assistant. So Cummings taking advantage from the penalty spot. Lots more football to come in this one before we know our finalist. Half-time in Kolkata. It's Goa 1, Mohunbagan Supergiant 1.
Wonderful.